coming to you live here in Wellington, here in New Zealand. We are, of course, here today with the first day of ANZ Champs Season 2 qualifiers. I am, of course, Yakuzaku of Ducklings, and with me today is la serie de antología que cabalga sobre los gilis, Light_VIP. How we doing, Light?
What's up, Yaku? Yes, we are now back with Season 2 of ANZ Champs. Of course, this is qualifier number 1. There'll be a second qualifier next weekend. Also, I'd like to quickly ask you, Yaku, if you could check your audio just in case there was some mic boost going on. But we're here, and for the people in the chat wondering, we have our brand new overlays.
That we do. Oh, I need to see those eventually. As we kick things off here on Lightshade LE, we're in the bottom right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have a red Terran player coming out from the land of Melbourne. He is going to be representing Opus V. We have RunaMoK.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the man who just learned how to use his D. It is the Australian Zerg, the Teal Zerg. It is ErebusBlack.
I love it. He's been teasing us all morning about that D on Twitter. And now we may get to see it in action.
We may. He's already hitting it furiously here.
Whoa!
Just making nothing but drones. Oh god! For those wondering, Erebus, he may not be a pro player, but he is a very active community member among the ANZ scene. He's over on Twitter as well, and yeah, we'll see how he does against someone like RunaMoK.
That we shall. One of the more storied or one of the more reputable Terran players in the ANZ region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't become Probe's roommate for none.
Exactly. Oh god, of course, RunaMoK, he was a player that did make it to ANZ Champs Season 1. One of the stronger players out there. But we'll see if that changes here. I think what I'm excited about is that, of course, we have all the returning players from last season, but we have a couple of new faces in today's qualifier.
That we do. Quite a couple I don't actually recognize too well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, of course, like Plebiscite, are players who have shown their faces around every now and then, but not really too regular. If you... Oh. That's a teaser for later.
Oh god, it is. But yeah, that's another one, right? Like Plebiscite, he's a GM. Rise is another player who was missing from last season's qualifier, who could very much so have made it there that far to the main event. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see, how things change when it comes to who makes it through and who doesn't.
And the balance is definitely starting to be very, very off here. But we will have to start things off with our TvZ.
We will.
I'm just so engrossed with that D key.
What is
two
wrong
more
with...
drones. He's making 2 more drones. As RunaMoK, he was not just bluffing. That's a Ghost Academy on the way.
Oh my god, what is okay, so we're having fun, people. So RunaMoK is going for that 2-base Ghost Academy for those nukes, maybe. But what's also crazy is at the same time, Erebus is going into a very fast lair. Yeah,
there's really a potential for him to get some Overseers out if RunaMoK decides to go for a very expensive cloak upgrade there. Can't imagine he would, though, in addition to a nuke. Quite a bit.
Yeah, it would. Like, I mean, by no means is this an efficient build, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens
It
here.
probably isn't meant to be.
Yeah. I mean, ghosts are going to be coming out. Again, we don't have any additional gases. I'm really curious as to what this lair is going to be for. Erebus hasn't gone in for a scout yet either. Like, he hasn't seen the main base yet.
He has not. He doesn't suspect a thing. Vixen Reaper's the only thing he has to worry about. That's a bit of an earlier roach run.
Mm-hmm.
Very key for RunaMoK to have scouted that. as well as the lair, so he knows that Galile is not off the tables. Nidus and Nidus.
Exactly. I mean, that was a pretty huge scout there for RunaMoK. He saw everything. Erebus knows that. He's like, oh my god, like, get out of here. But I'm still really curious, like, is this just for, I guess, Glyle, right? Fast roach speed? Either that or a Nidus, which I don't know, right? Especially because he's waiting for his upgrades.
Yeah, may as well just wait for Galile while he's at it. And there we go. Is going to be getting that earlier roach speed. Trying to go for a bit of a 1-1 timing here, but... So we'll see if RunaMoK is able to prevent that earlier on. He gets the Nidus too! You love to see it!
What is happening right now? Okay, so Erebus is getting everything on there, but the wall's not a wall!
These Hellions are definitely lubed up. They were able to sneak right in. The drones are starting to line up. That's what happens when you use your D, Erebus.
Oh my god, exactly. It gets on fire, mate. It burns as the Hellions, they dive in. Oh my god, all the drones are going down. On top of that, the Hellions, they scout the Nidus behind the mineral line.
Yeah, he's going to be giving them all up, but he gets such a good scout and 16 drones while he's at it. And Nuke is going to land, and it's not going to find any drones left to kill.
Yeah. Did he even make? Hold on. Did he even make a ghost?
Yeah.
Okay. The ghost. They're in the medevac. They're diving in, mate. They're going for the main.
Oh no, he only has one nuke. Never mind. So he'd be like, he's gonna nuke both, but no, he does have to choose. Doesn't have cloak on his hand, so will need to be a little bit sneaky on how he goes about this. Needs to guard the nuking ghost very, very well.
Oh god, exactly, especially because he doesn't have cloak. Cloak is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. At the same time, the roaches are across the map, and in come the Marines to distract, and the ghost is still chilling.
Those two Marines are actually pulling back the entire roach army here for Erebus. Cloak has finished up. And there's the nuke! Right on top of the lair. That's a decoy. Over in the natural base, the nuke here sign. And he's... He thinks it's what it is! 20 drones wiped off the face of the earth, as well as an Overlord or two. They are significantly weakened. A couple more are starting to get taken out. Overseer only now starting to be morphed, but Erebus.
Yeah,
they get sniped.
On top of this, maybe we got another nuke on the way in. That's it. GG gets called.
Oh man, I was looking at worker count right towards the end. 14 drones versus 56 SCVs plus mules. Erebus, he just learned how to use his D. And RunaMoK, he's punishing him for that.
He is. Oh god, as all that was happening, also shout out to Soundo. Soundo, thank you so much for resubbing 11 months in a row. Also, I apologize if in the background of my mic at least, there is some background noise. I'm trying to mute myself as that happens.
Yeah, the drag racing is happening on schedule.
It is, you know, it's the
Tokyo Drift.
The Mad Max rendition is what I was going for, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
There should be a crossover movie.
Should there be a crossover? You know what? I wouldn't put it past the Fast and Furious guys from doing like a Mad Max recreation. Oh, shaking my head, mate.
It's Fast and Furious Australia. That's the twist at the end. They think it's post-apocalypse.
Oh boy. It's all about family, mate. But my question is, okay, we saw something, we saw nukes, we saw ghosts in game 1. What are we gonna see in game 2?
I can't even begin to predict that, Light, as you know, we all know, well, and by we all, I mean our players that are casters know the map we're loading in on. Now the viewers will too. It is going to be Blackburn. I tried to time that with the screen, but it's was late for a sec.
It's so good. It's so good. It is going to be Blackburn. We are diving into game number 2, and mate, Blackburn, I'm feeling BCs.
Oh, you're feeling BC nukes.
Oh my god.
That would definitely be the dream, but of course, he has a lot of options for us on his hands. I am, of course, talking about a red Terran player spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. He is going to be coming down from the land of Melbourne. Not Melbourne. even though it's Jason Bourne and not Jason Byrne. He is going to be representing Opus V. We have RunaMoK.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Australian Zerg player. He is Teal, trying to go for some 2B shenanigans in game 1. Can he pull it off here in game 2? It is Erebus.
Now, we were speculating quite a bit about what Erebus would pull off in Blackburn, as, you know, it is generally more of a Terran-centric map. But I just want to put this out there to everyone. Erebus just learned how to use his D key, and we are on Blackburn, a map of a gold base. Unfortunately, he's going for a pool first, so...
Oh god, unfortunately. So we'll see how this turns out, right? RunaMoK isn't going for like an early SCV scout or anything like that quite yet. I was about to ask if this was more for safety, if anything, but he did go pull gas before hatch.
That he did. He's going to be using that for something. Link speed obviously being the obvious choice, but I wouldn't put it past Erebus to try to go for a Baneling bus.
Yeah, so what's important is that he's not pulling off of gas. You know, once he has, yeah, right, like he's got link speed, he can still go into that Baneling nest as well behind this. I don't know if that's the play though. We'll see what he goes for here, as he is getting SCV scouted.
He is, RunaMoK, well aware that this is a very late natural base. You're going for the full scout. Oh, just the wrong time for Erebus to get that Roachborn. Cancels it. And now RunaMoK is even doubly suspicious. He sees the residue.
Yeah, he does.
Of that cancelled Warren.
Yeah, and he's going to rebuild it as well. But the SCV's still alive. No, Erebus, he gets scouted.
Will get taken out in the end, but not before relaying some very vital information back to Daddy RunaMoK.
This is worst case scenario here. I mean, RunaMoK's also going to dive in. He's going to reconfirm what is coming his way. Another gas is on the way. The Roach Horn has not been cancelled once again. RunaMoK, mate, he's got all the information he needs.
I kind of thought for a sec, you know, what if Erebus just cancels that Roach Roar now, grabs a Baneling Nest or something? That would be the big brain plays, but RunaMoK is nothing if not thorough.
But, oh god, exactly. And even if he did do that, like, I feel like the responses are still pretty similar, right? Like, RunaMoK, he's getting bunkers on the high ground, he's working on his army, he's not overextending when it comes to his natural base and making too many workers. He's just getting ready for that push, and that push is coming, by the way. Erebus, he has not made any more drones.
He's given up on using the DT. He knows how badly he was punished last game. We're gonna see him in qualifier number 2, and he'll be like, "So I unbound my D key entirely."
He's gonna win this game because he unbound the D key, mate. That's the plan here. And oh, let's go. Okay, so already Erebus, he forces the liftoff of the natural base of RunaMoK, and he is droning up behind this.
That he is just going to be trying to contain RunaMoK for as long as possible. He knows going up that ramp is suicide. RunaMoK has had plenty of time to prepare. He's got the bunker, he's got the Cyclones even to prevent high ground vision from an Overlord in case there are any Ravagers out.
Yeah, exactly. And again, all he has to do is deny the natural. He doesn't have to commit, he doesn't have to push up the ramp. Oh, he's making a bunch of Ravagers, so if he wants to, he could, but he is going to now lose that Overlord.
Yeah, no more high ground vision for him, but he could try to take out the UCC as it gets lifted up.
True.
Delaying the natural base this long is big. Killing the orbital command would be huge.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the Biles are thrown down on the bunker instead. The bunker's so close to going down. Oh, but he loses a Ravager.
Yeah, I remember being so patient there, waiting for the Cyclones. And now he's starting to move across the map. He knows that Erebus has kind of run out of steam with this initial push.
Yeah, I'm really concerned here for Erebus, not gonna lie, because he doesn't really have much. Thankfully, he's already turning around, so when he does come back across the map, he will be able to deal with these Cyclones, but oh my god, he catches 2 more Overlords!
Mate.
Oh my god, the value!
That is already value. Yeah, exactly. Now, 2 Cyclones is a little bit overkill depending on how committed your opponent is going for that Roach push, but just the fact that RunaMoK's been able to utilize them outside of the defense, he is making sure the investment is paying itself off many times over.
Definitely. And what I want to do is I want to praise Erebus a little bit here because clearly he has been watching a lot of European StarCraft because he just made 6 Overlords. That's an laser move.
Get that printer out, yeah.
Oh god, as he was heavily supply blocked there, his third base is forced to be cancelled. He may be forced into a situation where he needs to maybe even take a gold base to come back. RunaMoK, he's aware of that. He checks, confirms that it hasn't been taken, and Erebus made a massive wave of links. Oh my, he's going for a lair!
So he definitely wants this game to go on for quite a bit longer. Lings are mostly there for the defense and the safety.
Yeah.
That's gonna be enough. RunaMoK, his stim is on the way. Has his combat shield and +1.
Like I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here. So what is the plan with this lair? Like we still only have 2 gases. Is it gonna be for a Nidus again? He doesn't have any overlords out on the map. He just keeps losing them. So a Nidus I didn't think would be the best move here. Would he do something crazy and go into a Spire? Or crazier and go into an infestation pit?
Or even crazier than all of that, and go for a Baneling Nest. That's not crazy.
That's pretty crazy, mate. That's insane. Yeah. he's getting Overlord speed. Newman says Carapace is on the way.
Which is definitely something. Very good lock on top of that Queen and a hot pickup right at the end. Erebus doesn't have much anti-air.
Okay.
What?
Just a little bit misplaced. The timing was on point though.
It really was. It was just about a pixel off. I like to imagine that medevac was just strafing and barrel rolling around.
Oh my god.
Avoiding those biles.
And this is, you were right! He's going for a Bailey Nest and a Hydra Den!
That is very, very greedy tech-wise here for Erebus, especially since he's still on 2 bases. RunaMoK, after that initial defense, has been left alone the entire time. A 2-base tank timing on Blackburn is absolutely devastating, as demonstrated here. He even takes a couple of biles, but he doesn't care. He's got more than enough units. GG is called. RunaMoK is going to be taking that series 2-0.
GG. Nice. Yeah, well played, RunaMoK. Of course, we expected him to take the 2-0, but that was quite a series.
It really was.
Yeah, I love.
He made it very entertaining.
Yeah, I love what Erebus did there, like in game, in both games. Same with RunaMoK as well. Like he was even having some fun with his ghosts and his nukes. It was great. It was great.
Was the bait too of the spray in the natural and the actual nuke in the main. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I would have loved to have seen the game 3, but it wasn't meant to be there in the end. And congratulations to RunaMoK as he moves on in the bracket.